Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be going over a mock draft at the 1-5 spot in drafts. And this is kind of the range where you really don't want to be drafting because you're getting towards the middle of your 12-team leagues, and it really is just not a good spot to draft for whatever you're really looking for, but I would not like to draft in this spot. But we're kind of forced into a situation here that is a lot more vulnerable, I guess, to taking a receiver in the first round, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I think it could be way better at this spot to be getting a receiver of some sorts. But Dalvin Cook is extremely intriguing to me at the 1-5, mainly because of the fact that he is probably going to be so much better this year, especially considering the fact that Alexander Mattison is in a lot of trade talks right now. And I believe one of the reports that just came out today was 12 teams have called about him, so we're probably going to see him traded in the next few days. And that creates a lot more opportunities for Cook. And Ty Chandler now is kind of like a viable draft option, but I am going to draft Dalvin Cook at the 1. And Jonathan Taylor, Kenny McCaffrey were the people for him, but after Cook, it is Cooper Kupp, Najee Harris, Jefferson, Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, Davante Adams, Jamar Chase. Then to start the second round, it is Kelsey, Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen at the 2-3, which that is a very heavy reach, followed by Kamara, Saquon, Chubb, and Tyreek Hill. Now, at this spot in drafts, I'm really leaning towards the second running back, and that guy's name is Aaron Jones, and he's going to get a lot of work this year, especially in the receiving game. So, Aaron Jones, the 2, he's going to get a lot of work in general, so I love that. And following up, the next team goes with Deebo Samuel, followed by Javonte Williams, CeeDee Lamb, and A.J. Brown. To start the third round, it is Mark Andrews, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, and Kyle Pitts. And we're back on the clock. And here, Ezekiel Elliott is the best player available, and I really like that here, because Zeke has never finished outside the top 10 of running backs, and he's falling all the way back to me in the draft, so Zeke is my pick. Off with straight backs. And following that, the CPU with Keenan Allen, Connor, Mahomes, Pittman, Jim Moore, Joe Kittle, and Justin Herbert. And then to start the fourth round, it is T. Higgins, Montgomery, Cam Akers, Scary Terry McLaurin, Mike Williams, Breece Hall, and Darren Waller. Now I am completely set at running back unless I want to get a great depth option, which I don't think is an absolute necessity. So what we're going to do is we're going to take someone who we think has an absurd amount of potential. He's one of my higher ranked players, and I just think he's going to be all around great. We're going to take Marquise Brown at this spot. His rankings may have changed, and he's become one of my top receivers, so at the 4-8, that is who we take. And following that is Travis Etienne, Lamar Jackson, Courtland Sutton, and Deontay Johnson. Then to start the fifth round, it is J.K. Dobbins, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, and Josh Jacobs. Now, if we just go to best players available, Metcalf on this list is the best player available, and on the draft board, but he definitely isn't my best player. And my best player here is Allen Robinson, so you're going to see me taking Allen Robinson here at the 5. Allen Robinson, I think, is going to be 8. I don't see him underperforming, really. So, after that is Gibson, still very low on, even after Brian Robinson actually getting shot, but I am still very low on Gibson. DK Metcalf follows that with A.J. Dillon, Amari Cooper, Dalton Schultz, Mitchell Elijah Mitchell, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire to round out the fifth. To start the sixth, it is Adam Thielen, Kyler Murray, Brandon Cooks, Chris Godwin, Miles Sanders, Mooney, and Jalen Hurts. Now here, I'm debating on a lot of things, but I think my best option would be to go with a tight end at this spot. And that is going to be one of these few guys that are available that I actually really like. So, we probably won't be able to get a good stack, honestly, unless I wait for a guy like Irv Smith, but he normally gets hurt. So, we're just going to go with TJ Hawkinson, really. He lost in this, so I'm very by him. Burrow, Michael Thomas, Damian Harris, and Gabe Davis round out the sixth round, and to start the seventh, it is Russ, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Bateman, and Juju. Now at the 7-5, this is a very interesting spot, but I'm going to grab the best backup running back you can find in Kareem Hunt. Option whenever Aaron Jones or Cook are hurt or on bye, but Zeke does have the same bye week as him, so not anything too terrible there. But following him, it is Cordell Patterson, Hopkins, Goddard, Drake London, Penny, Singletary, Tony Pollard, Elijah Moore, Allen Lazard, Devontae Smith, Chase Edmonds, Brandon Ayuk, Dawson Knox, and Kenneth Walker. Now with the 8-8 spot, this is kind of where I'm finding myself reaching for just pure talent. And we only have 2 receivers on the roster right now, so I'm going to extend that, and we're going to go with Hunter Renfrow, someone who will be very easily able to capitalize off of anyone getting hurt in that offense. So I'm counting on an injury pretty much there, but that should be great. Following that is the Bills defense, Zach Ertz, and Prescott and Olave. And to start the ninth, it is Garrett Wilson, Dameon Pierce, James Cook, and Ramondre Stevenson. So my team is looking pretty good in my opinion, but we still have 4 running backs, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. We haven't picked up our quarterback yet. We have 6 spots left on the roster, so that's going to leave me pretty much with kicker, defense, so that takes up 2. So 4 more spots, and I need 2 QBs and 1 more tight end, so I'm going to have 4 receivers probably. Straight up here, I'm thinking we're going to go with a very high potential quarterback, and that's Trey Lance, this spot at the 5. But he doesn't need to reach to take a QB and trust. So Lance comes in. Obviously, though, he did take a hit, probably in his Garoppolo scene, but I think it will be fine. Brady goes after, followed by Rodgers, Melvin Gordon, Christian Kirk, Treylon Burks, Sky Moore, Matthew Stafford. And to start the 10th round, it is Claypool, Tyler Lockett, Robert Woods, Alexander Madison, Pat Freiermuth, Kadarius Toney, and Michael Carter. And here in this position, we could go back-to-back QBs, but someone I got heavy interest in right here. I mean, I don't have anyone that can really complete a stack with right now, so I could wait a little bit for my guys, but I'm very interested in George Pickens, so Pickens gonna be great because that he just has such high potential. Someone who also has really high potential is Michael Carter. He somehow fell this far, even though he's going to get decent work in that offense. So, that is going to be interesting to see. But following Pickens, it is Nyheim Hines, Robinson, Rams, and Buccaneers defense. And to start the 11th round, which, it's just starting another thing, is Kmet, Justin Tucker, Mike Gesicki, and Derek Carr. So, this is where I could reach to get my QB, but I do want to get a good defense, and I don't want to be stuck with a terrible kicker, so we're going to end up going with 49ers defense. They're a good defense, and I just wanted to find someone or some team that really has good value at that spot. So, that works. And I don't want to be stuck with a nothing kicker, so right here I'm going to take Matt Gay, probably, but I'm going to go in between these picks. It was Darrell Henderson, Julio Jones, Tyler Boyd, McPherson, Butker, two kickers back-to-back, Isaiah Spiller, Daniel Carlson, Kenneth Gainwell, Cowboys defense, MVS, Ravens defense, Rondale Moore, Chargers defense, Michael Gallup. So I'm going to get my kicker right now, and that's going to be Matt Gay. He is a very good kicker in terms of just overall possibility to get points. And following that is Brian Robinson, Rachaad White, Kirk Cousins, Jarvis Landry, Tyler Bass, Hunter Henry, Matt Prater, Albert Okwuegbunam. So right now I have two options. Do I want to get my backup QB now, or do I want to get my backup tight end? So really, I could get Irv, and he'd be a decent backup at that spot. But if I go with a guy like Tua, who has very high upside, that could very easily benefit. I don't get any sort of stack on this team, so I'm just going to go here in the 13th round. That's a great pick for me. And that's followed by Colts defense, Tyler Algier, Patriots defense, Justin Fields, Saints defense, Jamal Williams, Devontae Parker, Broncos defense, Brandon McManus, Njoku, Irv Smith, Younghoe Koo, Rodrigo Blankenship, and Nick Folk. And the tight end I'm going to be going with to back up TJ Hawkinson is most likely Noah Fant. I just got to check bye weeks. Yeah, it's going to be Noah Fant, and that's going to round out my draft at the 1-5 spot. And Suckup was following my pick, and Packers defense, Khalil Herbert and Isaiah Pacheco was there too. So just to take a quick look back at the team, just if you didn't realize it, this is the starting lineup and the bench. Trey Lance, Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, Marquise Brown, Allen Robinson, TJ Hawkinson, Ezekiel Elliott, Matt Gay, 49ers defense, Kareem Hunt, Hunter Renfrow, George Pickens, Tua Tagovailoa, and Noah Fant. Let me know in the comments or whatever what you think of my team, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.